Morning.
Morning.
Hear anything from the State Park Police?
Yeah, they say this Joe guy who Pike suspects is our unsub is still around.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, sounds like it. Said he's become increasingly erratic over the years.
Harassing hikers, destroying park property.
They know where he is?
Not yet, but they're looking.
And Commander Chase pulled all the victims' medical records. None had pre-existing conditions that might have led to cardiac arrest.
Okay, so we got a group of lone hikers all in good shape. What else do they have in common?
Not much. Different ethnicities, different backgrounds, men and women.
It's an unusual assortment for a serial killer.
Maybe targeted simply because they were alone and vulnerable.
Which would point even more to this vagrant Joe. I mean, he's lived all over the island. He'd know about the Kapu area, too.
We need to find him. But let's widen our net. Search for similar deaths outside Hawaii.
You think this killer's done it before?
We need to find out.
I'm on it. And I'll get with Whistler, see if FBI's VICAP has anything.
Or you can just ask Pike, since evidently he's an expert.
I will stick with Whistler. So these could all be additional victims.
Seems like it. All were reported missing like the ones here on island.
If they're all connected,
It means the killer's been getting away with this even longer than we thought.
These are the possibles you found on VICAP?
yeah, Whistler also talked to the experts at the Behavioral Analysis Unit.
Besides tracking down known serial killers, they keep tabs on cases that might indicate an unidentified killer at work.
I'm surprised BAU was willing to share.
Well, I did ask nicely, and I promise you'd share back.
Of course, I'm just glad that they didn't try to take the case away.
They did try.
And you convinced them not to?
Well, I may still be new to the Bureau, but office politics are my jam.
All right, what do we have?
5 cases of hikers who went missing when out alone.
All occurred anywhere from 5 to 10 years ago.
Which would have been before our earliest victim here.
Right, the timeline fits.
But no bodies were found, so the Bureau wasn't even sure they could be classified as homicides.
Means the killer stayed under the radar for over a decade.
It has to be someone knowledgeable about wilderness areas. We've cross-referenced guides, workers, volunteers, anyone who might have worked in multiple locations where the victims disappeared.
Including state and federal park police?
Check the national database, but so far no one working one of the older locations is here in Hawaii.
Unfortunately, all of these are different jurisdictions, and a lot of the records aren't digitized.
Chase has something. Keep at it.
Do federal agents take a class on how to write excruciatingly boring reports?
For most of us, it comes naturally.
I'm not finding any connections between the victims. Some of the same social media apps, but none of the same friends. Nothing in their backgrounds, jobs. I'm sorry, am I excruciatingly boring too?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no, you're the least boring person I know.
Nice save.
Look at this. These are the physical copies of the 2 oldest cases that the FBI sent over. They were never digitized.
Blasphemy.
The first disappearance was 10 years ago in Utah. There's a witness statement from a park maintenance worker who's the last person to see the missing woman.
Bryson Stone.
He was never a suspect. But take a look at this case in Colorado a year later. One of the employees who was first on the scene was a park guide.
B. Stone.
Think it's the same person?
Let's find out.
Changing jobs would have made it harder to connect him to all the disappearances.
Here he is, Bryson Stone.
What's he doing now?
He's moved up the ladder a few rungs. Stone's with the State Park Police, right here in Hawaii.